channel today, we actually have the new thing that I want to try and do, which is going to be basically going through each month with the new releases of books that's coming out for each month. So there might not be all the books that comes out, so if I have definitely missed any, what you can do is leave a comment down below for me guys, and I will hopefully, if I like the book, I will get it. So if I continue looking down, it's because I'm looking on my phone to read the synopsis. A picture will be up on the screen as well. So let's get started, shall we? So the first book is That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. So it says on here, ouch. She thought she had her life back. She was wrong. This is a gripping debut thriller perfect for fans of Natalie D. Richardson and Vincent Ralph. It was a mistake to trust him, shivering and bruised. A teen wakes up on the side of a dirt road, with no memory of how she got there or who she is. That sounds like, yes please. We have Okay Cupid by Mason Dever. As a Cupid, Jude thinks that they understand love a little bit more than the average human. It makes sense. Jude's been studying love their whole teen life, and yes, there have been some bumps in the road. They're currently on probation for doing something they absolutely definitely should have done, but they're ready to prove that they can make matches without even getting involved. Beast of Wars by Anya Gray. So I have actually read the first 2 books by this author, but after I believe I reread them, and I didn't enjoy them as I thought I would, so I think I have passed the books along. Once a prisoner to Fendu, the vengeful god of death, Kofi has regained her freedom, but she is far from safe. Fendu will stop at nothing to hunt her down and use her powers to decimate the mortal world. Kofi knows what Fendu will strike during the next bonding, a once-in-a-lifetime celestial event. To survive, Kofi will have to find powerful new allies quickly and convince them to help her in a terrible battle to come. It sounds good, but the thing is that I don't know why, I can't remember why I didn't like it. Next up we have A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Shaft. So this is a romantic fantasy of madness from a New York Times bestseller, Alison Shaft. A magical dressmaker commissioned for a royal wedding finds herself embroiled in a scandal where gossip colloquialism draws attention to an undeniable chemistry with the groom. So it's like, look at me, I know what I'm doing, kind of thing. Okay, up next we have If I Promised You Wings by A.K. Small. So if you're wondering, I'm not actually reading all these synopses, otherwise you're going to be here for like 45 minutes, maybe to an hour, me listening to literally trying to read everything. So 17-year-old Alex Leclerc dreams of becoming a renowned feather artist, creating statement pieces that defines glamour and high fashion. As an intern at Paris Premier at a feather boutique, trained with Alan Raven, she works with the staff to construct wings for the dancers at the Moulin Rouge. Ooh. Maybe I should do it this way. I don't know. Next up we have Ghost Roast by Sean Gibbs and Shonella Gibbs. So if I said that name wrong, I do apologise. So this is a Ghost Roast delivers a paranormal adventure full of first crushes, lost histories, and the impossible task of fitting in with a dad's a ghost hunter in a standalone YA graphic novel from these both authors. So I don't think I've actually read a graphic novel yet, so it's going to be a bit like different. Next up we have Sky's End by Mark J. Grayson. So it says on here, a thrilling YA fantasy debut that plummets readers into the kill or be killed competition where scrappy underdog Hellbound Revenge must claw his way to the top. So if you're wondering some of these books I do plan to get, I have actually got a list of books that I have to get first, and then the books that comes out each month with that I am planning to get as well. But I know I'm supposed to be I am going to be on a book band, but I won't be on a book band exactly. It's not technically a book band because I'm still buying books, but it's only the books that revolves around the authors I own a book of. So next up we have Cupid's Revenge by Wiki Prugagman. I don't know how to say. It was never Tilly's intention to fall in love, but Cupid will get you when you least expect it. That's exactly what happens when Tilly's best friend Teddy ropes Tilly into a plan to woo his dream girl, aspiring actress Catherine Cooper Bunting. It turns out Teddy's not the only one who finds her dreamy. Then we have Stay With My Heart by Tasha Bouillard. I do apologise for these names I would not be able to pronounce. So Liana Sakar lives and breathes music, hoping to follow in her footsteps of the AR coordinator father. Maybe if she succeeds, he'll finally give her the time of day instead of drowning herself in work to distract the grief of her mother's passing. And it's now Sabotage. So it's about a girl who accidentally sabotages a up-and-coming local band and forces the guitarist while secretly trying to make up for her mistakes. Next up we have The Dark Star Burning Ash Falls White by Amelia Wenzel. So this is the sequel book to the Song of Silver Flame Like Night, and it's a fast-paced, riveting YA fantasy inspired by mythology and folklore of ancient China. So if the first book is good, do you think I should read it? If so, give a comment down below, because I love anything kind of mythology or folklore kind of stuff. So if the first book is worth the read, please give me a comment down below. Next we have Just Happy to Be Here by Naomi Kaneki. So in this YA standalone, perfect for fans of Toby McSmith and Meredith Russo, the first out trans girl at an all-girls school must choose between keeping her head down or blazing a trail. We have Aya Khanya's Bollywood Moments by Arisha Avachat. So this is Aya Khanya's life gets a Bollywood spin when her older sister gets engaged. Then we have Somewhere in the Deep by Tenva Bawa. 17-year-old Crescent Dune is buried under the weight of her dead parents' death and the breathless legacy that they left behind. The only way that they can earn enough money to escape her forgiven island is battling mysterious, monstrous creatures in an underground fighting pit. So it sounds amazing. The cover looks beautiful. So I'm definitely eyeing this book. Then we have Dungeons and Drama by Kirsty Boyce. When it comes to romance, sometimes it doesn't hurt to play a game. So this is a fun YA rom-com full of fake dating hinks. We have Luna Nikki Love Story by Jin Lun Young and Yin Thum. So this is a graphic novel superstars between the two authors join forces in this heartwarming rom-com about fate, family forgiveness and lion dancing. Sounds really like calm. Next up we have Shut Up, This Is Serious by Caroline Exter. An unforgettable YA debut about two Latinas teen growing up in East Oakland as they discover the world is brimming with messy complexities and a perfect fans for anyone who likes Elizabeth I can't say her name. My mouth is so dry, sorry. Then we have The Atlas of Us by Christine Dower. So this is in the last-ditch effort to pull her life together. She's working on a community service program rehabilitating trout in the western Suriname. The only plus is that the days are so exhausting and that Atlas must be just tired enough to forget that this is one of her favourite dad's places in the world before cancer stole him from her life, and that is it. So if you guys want me to do the full whole subscription, please leave a comment down below and I'll do that for like the next previous months. Next up we have So Let Them Burn by Camille Cole. So Farrah and Vincent can channel the power of God. 5 years ago she used her divine magic to liberate her island from its enemies and the dragon-riding Langley Empire. But now at 17, Farrah is all powered up with no wars to fight. She's a legend to her people and a nuisance to her neighbours. It's outstanding, doesn't it? Then we have a Pride and Prejudice remix by Gabe Cole Nova. So the trans boy searches for a future and a romance in which he can live and love openly as himself in his heartwarming reimagine of the Pride and Prejudice. We have A Place for Vanishing by Anna Freistadt. A teen girl and her family returns to her mother's childhood home, only to discover that this house strange beauty may disguise a sinister past in this contemporary gothic horror from the author of What We Harvest. So I never read the What We Harvest, but this book the cover looks amazing, like the colours, and the synopsis sounds pretty good. So very sad. Then we have A Drop of Venom by Sanjeev Patel. So this is a YA feminist retelling of the Medusa myth, steeped in an Indian mythology, and so it's a YA fantasy addition to the Rick Riordan Presents imprint. Tick, 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 yes please. And then we have America Wings by Sherry L. Smith and Elizabeth Wen. So in the years between World War I and World War II, the aviation fevers were everywhere, including in Black America, but what hope did a black person have learning to fly in a country restricted by prejudice and Jim Crow's laws, where previous black avatars like Bessie Coleman has to move to France to earn their wings? This sounds not something I would go for, but it's kind of like, I'm like towards it, you know. Next up we have Escaping Mr. Rochester by L.L. McKinney. What if the real villain of Jane M.R. was actually Mr. Rochester? So in this fresh reimagining of Charlotte Bronte's classic novel, we have this. Next up we have Out of Our League by various YA authors. So this is a compelling YA anthology from multiple authors about sports. Then we have Not Dead Enough by Tiffany D. Nihensa. So this is a girl in pieces meets cracked up to be in this raw and candid look at trauma about a girl who's been haunted and stalked by her definitely dead ex-boyfriend. Okay, I want to know more. Then we have Against the Darkness by Kendra Blake. So this is like a Disney hypering. So this is the final to the Next Generation trilogy, which, funny enough guys, I'm actually going to read the first book and see how I like it, because I have watched the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so I'm kind of like, okay, what have you got me? So this features the next generations of Scoobies and the Slayers who must defeat a powerful new evil. Okay, it's definitely intriguing. Then we have The Summer Queen by Rochelle Hassan. So I actually read the first book of this and I didn't actually quite enjoy it. It was okay, but it's not the book that I would keep on my shelf. So as a new coven, Asla, Leo and Tristan face evil and triumph, all that's left to put through their lives back together. A process complicated by the fallout from painful secrets, the emotional and physical scars they now carry, and mysteries that will still haunt them. Then we have Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmer. So I actually did have all this author's books, but after a while I just didn't enjoy the books anymore, so I gave them to a friend of mine. Left for dead but desperate to survive, they have one last chance to save their kingdom. Next we have My Fair Brady by Brian D. Kennedy. Wade Westmore is used to being in the spotlight, so when he passed over the lead into this spring musical, it comes a major blow, especially when the road goes to his ex-boyfriend Reese, who dumped him for being too self-involved. Shy, soft-met Elijah Brady is used to be overlooked. Forget not knowing his name, most of his classmates don't even know he exists. So when he joins the stage crew for the musical, he seems destined to blend into the scenery. Okay, if you're going to be reading this book, guys, so I think, please leave a comment down below, because I'm intrigued. Definitely intrigued. Next up we have The Getaway List by Emma Lord. So when Riley graduates high school with a rear view of shenanigans, cool, by an empty road for a future, she does what they would say, pack your bags and head for New York. Well, not if you get the money for it. Next up, You're Breaking My Heart by, oh my god, I can't say that. Missile. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce that. I won't be able to pronounce that. I do apologise, but I hope you can see the author's name there. Harriet and Doon knows that her brother's death is her fault. I mean, it's not actually her fault, but it still kind of is, isn't it? Next up, we have Into the Sunken City by Dinesh Theru. So this is a retelling of the classic Treasure Island with just an Ocean 11 twist. So this does sound quite interesting. Next up, we have The Invocation by Crystal Sutherland. 5 women are dead. The killer leaves no fingerprints, no DNA, and police are completely stumped. In a world where only women can use their magic and the men who know about to seek to intercept them. So this sounds pretty good. I think I actually did put this on my list. Sorry, don't mind me. I didn't, so I need to add this on because I'm like, I like a good mystery. So let's see how that goes. Next up, we have A Reckless Oath by Kaylee Smith. So this is the second book to A Revenant's Fate. And I haven't actually read this book yet, which is the first book, so I might give it a try because I'm definitely intrigued by this book as well. So it's a spellbinding, a very more action, more romance, and more magic abound as Callie and her friends must deal with their losses and come to grips with their own part to play in the fate war ahead. Next up, we have Wander in the Dark by Jametta Emil. So this is the new pulse-pounding thriller from the author of The Black Queen. 2 brothers must come together to solve the murder of the most popular girl in school after one of them is caught fleeing the death of her scene. Fleeing the scene of her death. There we go. Next up, we have A Poemhood, a Black Revival by various YA authors. So this is celebrating all about the black culture and everything like that, which I might have to get this book because the cover is so bright and beautiful. I love that. Next up, we have The Dark Fable by Catherine Harbour. So magical heists, deadly secrets, come along for the ride if you dare. This heart-stopping seductive fantasy is perfect for the fans of Six of Crows. So I've never actually read Six of Crows, and I don't know if I actually will ever read Six of Crows. So, sorry. Next up is Just Say Yes by Goldie Moldavsky. The story of a teenage girl who, upon realizing she is undocumented, decides the best path forward is marriage. Next up, we have Red by Annie Cardy. So moving to Hawthorne Thorn. Wow, I can't say that word. Was something Tess and her mum never anticipated. But after Tess loses her job is their only option. So Tess' grandparents welcome them into their home, but the condition is that Tess and her mother should attend church. That's something Mum isn't too pleased about. Then I believe this is going to be the last book of this month, which is going to be Everything I Learned About Racism I Learned in School by Tiffany Jewell. From preschool to higher education and everything in between, everything I learned about racism I learned in school focuses on the experience between black and brown students faced as a direct result of racism, but in schools across the United States. So it's not a book I would go for because I don't like the cover like that with loads of words on it. Just no thank you. And that is everything for the February books I have so far. So if I have missed any, just leave a comment down below for me, guys, and I will hopefully review them when I get a chance. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for the next video.